Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
A chilling discovery that's left residents in a Detroit neighborhood on edge this afternoon.
Someone did finally say that they found a child, a shallow grave with a child in it.
Human bones found in what appears to be an ordinary backyard of a house.
Records should be able to get us a running start to find out who this person is.
Right now, the search for critical clues that can identify the remains.
Who this person was and who may be responsible for putting them there.
It's a mystery on Woodingham Drive, digging for answers.
Can you imagine? How would you feel less than 24 hours after FBI agents and local police descend on a home on your street after human remains are found buried there? That is the situation right now on Woodingham Drive. That's on the city's west side. Let me show you a map exactly where that is. If you're not familiar with the area, there is Woodingham, and it is near the Livernois Outer Drive intersection. And that is where we find Pamela Osborne. She's spent much of the past 24 hours on this neighborhood street since that discovery was made. What have you found out, Pam?
Well, Karen, I did briefly speak with the man who made that discovery over the phone this afternoon. He's still coming to terms with the fact that what he found are, in fact, human remains. Now that police have concluded their investigation here in this yard at the scene here at St. Martin's in Woodingham, we wanted to give you a better look at where those construction workers happened upon those remains. This is new video from Drone 4, and I want to draw your attention to the area between that detached garage and a wooden fence. You'll notice a hole, and that is where investigators spent hours yesterday working to dig those remains out of the frozen ground. I've been trying to get more information from Detroit police today. Their homicide team is leading the investigation with the help of the FBI. They aren't saying much, only that this investigation is ongoing. Last night, investigators did tell us that the FBI's Missing and Exploited Children's Task Force is working in tandem with DPD. As for the property itself, we know that this was a rental property. It had sat vacant for a while. It was actually the home's owner that hired those construction crews to come in to do some repairs, get it ready for a new tenant when that unfortunate discovery was made, a discovery of a human foot coming up out of the ground. We're still working on this story for you tonight, and coming up at 5, we're going to be speaking with our crime and safety expert, Darnell Blackburn. He's going to be giving us his insights as a veteran of law enforcement on where this investigation heads next, as you said, as they work to answer some critical, crucial questions. Reporting live here in Detroit, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Can't imagine making a discovery like that right in the middle of a neighborhood. All right. Thank you, Pam. We'll check back at 5. Other big story, a Warren family desperately looking for a missing mother of 2. Authorities say 30-year-old Ashley Elkins was last seen leaving her home. It was on January 2nd. Now, the investigation spans at least 2 cities. Roseville police tell Local 4 that her last known location was at an ex-boyfriend's home, according to her phone. On the day she went missing, Elkins' mother said her daughter's texting became sporadic and odd. They say there is no way Elkins would leave her 2 young boys behind. At 5 o'clock, you're going to hear the disturbing allegation before family reported her missing. We are waiting to see if the man accused of killing a Detroit teen will be sent to stand trial for her murder. It is the first time we're hearing the voice of 41-year-old Jarvis Butts. He's accused of the sexual abuse and murder of 13-year-old Naziah Harris. The teen was last seen with Butts after school. It was January 9th, 2024. Police brought Butts in for this interrogation, where Butts told police everything he knew about the girl was on his cell phone that police seized during a search warrant.
Everything is in my phone. Y'all have possession of my phone. Take a look at it. Go through it. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why she said it.
A co-worker of Butts testified Butts and Naziah were at their auto repair shop the evening the girl vanished, but Butts told investigators he hadn't seen her in weeks. The child's body has never been found. Prosecutors accused Butts of sexually assaulting the teen over a long period of time and allegedly killed her when he discovered she was pregnant with his child. We are continuing to follow the trial. You can find it on Local 4 Plus. Tomorrow, Jennifer Crumbley could learn whether or not she will be let out of prison anytime soon. The mother of the Oxford High School shooter is currently serving her 10 to 15-year involuntary manslaughter sentence. We followed this controversial ruling from the very beginning when the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office filed charges against both of the school shooter's parents, a story that got national attention. In the end, a jury decided Jennifer Crumbley and her husband both held some degree of responsibility for their son's actions in 2021 when he murdered 4 students at his high school. Crumbley is appealing her sentence and wants to be let out on bond in the meantime. If you want to watch the hearing, you can stream the whole thing on Local 4 Plus. It starts at 8:30 tomorrow morning. You can also download Local 4 Plus on any of your devices for free. Taking a live look at Little Caesars Arena this afternoon. That is where the Red Wings take on the Senators tonight at 7. Oh, it is cold outside if you're going to be walking to LCA. The sun's peeking out, but you definitely want to bundle up, especially when it gets dark. Brian joins us with how cold it is going to get for those hockey fans.
Hey there, Karen. It's going to be down into the teens and 20s as we go through the evening into the overnight hours tonight. And with that, we are going to keep a few flakes into the forecast as we head into tonight as well. Exact Track 40 radar, a few flakes showing up in Genesee and Lapeer counties, as well as eastern Wayne County going across the river into portions of Canada. Most everybody has seen a few flakes as we work throughout the day today. I'm expecting that tonight and into tomorrow as well. Tower cam over Windsor looking into downtown Detroit. Some of that ice showing up on the river just because how cold temperatures have been as of late. We're sitting at 29 here in Detroit, 28 as you work over into Ann Arbor, 25 as you work over into Pontiac, and 28 checking in with us in Monroe. But once you factor in the wind, that's where it's really going to start to feel the difference. Wind chills are into the teens and 20s for everybody. Those numbers will drop pretty quickly as we head through the overnight hours tonight into early tomorrow morning. That northwest flow continues. That's giving us the flakes tonight and tomorrow. So we'll keep a little bit of decreasing cloud cover in. Temperatures into the 20s into the early overnight hours tonight. There's more snow on the way. I'll break down what you could expect in your complete 4-1 forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Brian, now I want to get to one of our top stories on clickondetroit.com today. These photos of that really big crash that happened at I-696 in Farmington this morning. 3 cars went up in flames. Firefighters did come to the rescue. I want to show this photo over here because you can actually see the smoke and the flames that were billowing out of this car. Can you imagine driving by this? Well, the fire department says they were called out to the scene. It was about 7:30 in the morning. All the drivers were able to escape, survive, and nobody's hurt. How does that happen? We had to reach out to the Farmington Hills Fire Department to find out exactly what went down. Jason Beloga from the Farmington Hills Department is the fire marshal. He joins us. You were on the scene this morning, Jason. Kind of walk us through how those rescues were being able to be made or how they were able to get out of their vehicles.
Sure. Hi, Karen. Thanks. At about 7:31 this morning, we were called by MSP for a vehicle fire. While we were en route, they confirmed that the fire was spreading to 2 other vehicles. They did confirm that everybody was out of the vehicle, so they did safely escape, and we were able to initiate our firefighting efforts. It did take 2 additional fire engines on the scene. It was about 19 degrees this morning, so the roads did start to ice up as we were applying water. Unfortunately, we did have to close the freeway for responder and driver safety while we were extinguishing the fire, but we worked very quickly to reopen that freeway and get things moving.
Okay, you cover a lot of stuff. You don't normally see 3 vehicles on fire like that in the morning. What led to that? Do we know at this point in terms of the crashes?
The Michigan State Police was on the call or on the scene for a vehicle accident. It looked like a 3-vehicle accident when we arrived. And while they were there, one of the vehicles did catch on fire, and it looked like it spread to the 2 other vehicles.
Well, glad no one is hurt. We appreciate your time and your work and for being on Local 4. So thank you. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we've got other news to share with you today. One day after the official election results were certified by Congress, President-elect Donald Trump held a press conference at Mar-a-Lago to address some of his plans that he will be introducing following Inauguration Day.
They took away 625 million acres of offshore drilling. Nobody else does that. And they think they have it, but we'll put it back. I'm going to put it back on day 1. I'm going to have it revoked on day 1. We'll go immediately if we need to. I don't think we should have to go to the courts, but if we do have to go to the courts, you know, they try to be sneaky.
President-elect Trump is already thinking about day 1 of his presidency, which will begin in just under 2 weeks. I'll be in Washington, D.C. on Inauguration Day to keep you updated on Trump's 2nd term and the plans his administration has in store.